I'm sorry my video got cut off, guys. Something in Windows keeps kicking me back out to the desktop, and it's kind of driving me crazy. I'm not sure what it is. I'm trying to figure that out. So I'll be in the the flight sim, and then it just kicks me back out to the desktop, and it kills my recording. So that's what's been happening. That's why I keep getting part 1 and part 2s, and I apologize for that, guys. But hopefully I'll have that sorted out. But I was saying in the last video. They didn't haphazardly put this together, and I know there's been some criticisms about some of these flight models, and some criticisms about the Newport and its turn radius and things like that. But I don't know. We can't say for a fact whether they're accurate or not, because unless you have a World War I original or replica and you've done extensive testing to collect data, and or interviewed original World War I pilots, or done years of research, you can't really make an educated judgment on that. Yes, you can read books. Yes, maybe you've seen some documentaries, but it seems like Rise of Flight, if you look at the reference, for instance, you can see, let's say the Albatross 2, you can see a brief description of the aircraft. You can see its engine dimensions, all that. Where did they get this data from? Well, if you go all the way to the bottom here, look at these references. Windsock data file. These are data files probably from the original aircraft. When I looked at 777 Studios and their development of Battle of Stalingrad, they actually pulled gigabytes and gigabytes, they said, of data. They requested data from, I believe, museums, historical sites, World War I association, pilot associations, of historical restoration societies, and as well as they pulled as many original historical documents on these aircraft. You can see Albatross Aces World War I. Here's a book. There's another reference. There's an actual file. So these are historical data files that they used to create the flight models of these aircraft. I saw some guy, and he was kind of challenging specifically the Newport's flight characteristics. And again, I don't think you can really make a intelligent argument unless you have gone to the trouble of digging up all these historical resources like the 777 Studio team has. So unless you are part of one of these societies and you fly a replica or original, and you can really say, hey, this Albatross D2, its stall speed's too slow, or it's sloppy in its roll rate, you can't really make a smart kind of comment on these characteristics. So I'm going to trust that Rise of Flight has done everything in their power to try to replicate these as close to the original as possible. Okay, so moving on. I introduced Lufbery's career, and let's go ahead and fly a mission in that career, and we'll see how that goes.